Hello, welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate, and I am so thankful to have you here for today's Pick a Card reading. We're going to be looking at why your person feels so drawn to you, what about you magnetizes them to you, and why are they attracted to you, essentially. So that's what the YouTube portion is going to be about. If you do feel like these are attributes that you have and it's really resonating, in the extended, we're going to be going into this person's honest thoughts and feelings for you. We're going to be also channeling a message in first person from them. So I'll be speaking as your person to you, what they want to say to you, and then we'll be getting some guidance for you. So I'll have that link down below if you guys are interested. But we have 3 piles to choose from as usual. For pile number 1, we have the Pastel Journey Tarot with this clear quartz heart. For pile number, I don't know why I just paused there. I was like, sometimes I say the crystal's names and I'm just like, is that actually the name? But it is. Anyways, for pile number 2, we have the Zeke's Arcana Tarot with this rose quartz point. And then for pile number 3, we have the Prism Tarot with this citrine point. So go ahead and take whatever time you need to figure out what pile you're feeling the most drawn to. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and it could just mean that there's more than one person who is feeling drawn to you. So I will have the timestamps linked down below. I'll have the extended readings linked down below. I'll have these decks linked, or I'll have the names of them in the description, and then any other information about me that might be helpful to you guys I'll have there. So without further ado, I'm excited to get into your guys' readings. Hello, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Pastel Journey Tarot with this clear quartz heart, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at what about you draws your person into you. So what are they attracted to? What do they like about you? This could be very subconscious or conscious, but yeah, so we will be doing an extended reading as well, just to let you guys know. So if you feel like these are attributes that you have and it's resonating with you, then I will have the extended link down below. We're going to be looking at your person's feelings for you. We're going to be channeling a message from them. I'm going to do first person. I don't usually do that, but I want to try. So I'll be speaking from their lens, and then we'll get guidance for you on this connection. So I pre-pulled some oracle cards, so I'm just going to lay them out. So we have the Tower. I'm actually going to put this. We have the Firefly. So we have air signs. We have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We have the Tower, we have Glass, we have the Ocean, and then we have Journey. Okay, let me just get these laid out. Okay, cool. Just move the camera a little bit. There we go. Okay, so pile number 1, what draws your person to you? What about you? So there's a lot here. And this person definitely admires you a lot. So with the Tower here, Ingenious and Firefly, this person is drawn to a sense of spontaneity in you, the fact that you aren't a boxed in person. You aren't someone who feels like they have to play small, or you feel like you can push the boundaries. You're the kind of person who will, I'm getting kind of in a fool energy here with Aquarius as well. It's like you're willing to take risks and inspired action because you believe that there's, like, you follow the seeds of inspiration that you get, and you don't limit your vision for yourself or your life, especially with Journey here. It's like you view life as a journey, and it's like you're here for the ride. Oh, I'm hearing Ride is a song that says, I've been thinking too much about me. There's a song called Ride. Some of you guys might know it, but I wish I knew more of the lyrics. But anyways, I feel like you're the kind of person that doesn't have to know everything with the ocean here. It's like, it's almost this sense of being comfortable with not knowing exactly where your path is going to take you, but not letting that stop you from following your inspiration. And yeah, there's just this very, I'm getting like Alice in Wonderland. It's like going down the rabbit hole. It's like you have a very curious nature to you. And with the ocean here, I'm just getting that this person views you as someone who's extremely deep, and you're also very curious about the world. It's like you want to, I'm getting the idea of exploring the ocean and how we know that, like, I don't know, what is it? You guys will probably know the statistic, but it's like 90% or like 99, I don't know, 90% of the ocean not being explored. And I feel like that's kind of how you view life and yourself. And it's like you don't settle for comfortability. You don't settle for, you always want to explore more about yourself, because I feel like there are people in the world that like don't really want to go deep or don't really feel like they want to know more about themselves, or it can be difficult to explore more about yourself because it's like, what are you going to find? But there's this fearlessness that you have, or this, not even fearlessness, but you have courage. This person is drawn to your sense of courage and is drawn to the fact that you don't settle for what you already know or what's already known, you know? And so I feel like there are a lot of people who don't care to learn more about themselves or the world, or don't feel that inspiration to do that. And I'm gonna get a sip of water really quick. My mouth is dry. With the Firefly energy, this card talks about sort of a flash of inspiration. It's like this energy where you almost have a creative idea, or you have like an urge to do something. It's like when you have an urge for inspired action, or like to create something or to do something. It's like if you don't take advantage of it, it falls away quickly. And that's what this card talks about. So this person feels like you're someone that seizes the moment. I'm hearing carpe diem. I think that's like seize the day or something. And they view you as someone, they're really drawn to the fact that you're very different with Uranus here in Genius. It's like you're not afraid to not follow convention or push boundaries. And it's also about a flash of inspiration. Like that's, the Tower card usually has like a bolt of lightning hitting the tower. And I'm kind of getting it like that. So you guys may be the kind of person who shakes things up quite a bit in life, or you're always changing in your life, or you may even cause tower moments for other people. You just have this sort of tower energy about you, but not in a negative way, in a more positive way. It's like a bolt of inspiration. It's a bolt of genius. It's like Thomas Edison, you know, didn't he have like just one idea flash into his mind of, I don't even know the story, but it's like, I feel like people's greatest creations, or even like scientists or, scientists, it's like, yes, there's a logical reality within science and a very methodical approach and like building upon what's already known. I feel like a lot of the greatest inventions came from like a moment of inspiration where they're just like, this is gonna work, or this is gonna change a lot, and I just like need to test it out. I need to try it, then it's randomly right. And it's honestly, from my perspective, you know, we're connected to the divine, and I feel like the universe will like send you information that we can't come up with ourselves. It's like, and I'm hearing, I remember when I used to read a lot. So Paramahansa Yogananda, he's the person that wrote an autobiography of a yogi. And a lot of his messaging is about remembering that you're not the doer, or it's like to always pay your appreciation or pay your respects, not even respect, but to remember that it's not the I, it's not the ego that deserves credit. It's that there's this universal intelligence that can move through us if we let it. And so a lot of times it's like, I don't even know, or like not me, but I feel like when there's inventions, it's like, I don't even know how this came to me, or like it wasn't logical, but I just felt inspired. And it's like realizing that, you know, the universe, God, whatever word you want to call it, works through us and sends us intelligence. And so I feel like this person is drawn to the fact that you trust in that. You trust that the universe is guiding you, and you're not like stuck in ego in a sense. And this ocean card talks a lot about from flowing into I, into we, and flowing into the true self. So it's like there's the ego self, and then there's the self that we all have, which is watching the ego self. And it's kind of pulling genius from that place and being willing to do that. And just this person's really drawn to how you don't feel like you have to follow a super linear path. Also with glass here, this person appreciates how you don't try to turn away from mystery, or you don't try. It's almost like a puzzle doesn't scare you away, or it doesn't frustrate you. Like what isn't clear, you don't just let things stay that way, is what I'm getting. So like I feel like there are certain people that will kind of like, and I'm not trying to call out certain people, I'm just saying I know that this is a tendency that we all have. Let's say that is, we all can have a tendency to do this, but I think some of us have learned to come out of that tendency. And so it's like where you know there are things you need to look at, or you know that you're not seeing a situation clearly. It's like the ego will want to not see the truth sometimes. So let's say that you don't really know the truth of a situation, but we kind of just want to believe what we want to believe rather than what's actually true. And with this glass, I feel like this person is drawn to the fact that you value transparency, clarity, and focus. And yeah, it doesn't scare you, and it doesn't, whatever you might see doesn't, you'll trust that, and you'll take that even if it's hard sometimes. And so what I'm getting at is I feel like there's certain things that we can just be too afraid to put under a microscope, or like be too afraid to keep looking at, because it can be triggering sometimes to look at things where it's like we'd rather just kind of stay. It's like ignorance is bliss, is what I'm getting. The opposite of that though, ignorance is not worth it, is what I would say, is like is how this person feels like you are. And so this person just is really drawn to the fact that you're exploring, and you're not tied down, you're not weighted down by defensive mechanisms, or feeling like everything has to be known. And I feel like the ocean is here just as a huge statement on this person being drawn to your courage to explore the unknown, your courage to break out of what's comfortable, what's predictable, right? Because the ocean isn't predictable. We don't know what's in there, you know, like we literally do not know. And that's kind of sometimes how life can feel, you know, especially when we go through changes, or if we want to follow some kind of an inspiration, it might change certain things in our lives, you know, like it's easier to keep doing what's known to us, what's repetitive, what's predictable. So this person is just very drawn to your sort of, I'm getting like Aquarius energy here really strong. You don't have to have that, but it's also Sagittarius energy with this journey. But yeah, all of the air signs here as well, and just like clear thinking, clear sight. But let's go into tarot and see what else there is. And so this is what magnetizes your person to you. This is what they, and I really went into this realizing like attracts like. So this person, probably this is one of their values, or this is something that they want to build, they want to incorporate more into their life. Yeah, and there's just this sense here of like, just do it, like Nike coming through, just do it, you know, just do it, and who knows what's going to happen. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. But I'm just getting this sense of, I'm getting this image of someone being on their deathbed and thinking of all the things that they didn't try, or it's like they never took that risk. Like, for example, if Steve Jobs never dropped out of college to pursue his idea, you know, it's like things like that where it's like at the end of your life, I feel like there could be regrets. I'm getting no regrets, and I'm just seeing the no regrets, like when they spelled it wrong in that one movie, We're the Millers. But seriously though, it's like they appreciate how you don't want to have regrets, how the cost of having regrets is higher than the cost of going into the unknown. And also they're drawn to the fact that it does take, because I keep hearing that song, I've been thinking too much. Ugh, I cannot sing, you guys. Like, I'm sorry when I try to sing, I just like hear it that way. But I've been thinking too much about me. And it's kind of a song, oh, I'm falling. I'm taking my time on my ride. It's a song I feel like that's about loosening up a little bit and realizing to not take life so seriously. And it's also a song about how when we're in our heads too much or we're in our ego, it's very hard to flow with life, and it can hold us back a lot. Yeah, I'm falling. And so falling, it's like to the unknown is what I'm getting here. So you are probably very good at that, or that's a value of yours. Or you might even demonstrate that through your life. Okay, let's clarify now with tarot. What magnetizes pile number one's person to them? What attracts them? What draws them in about them? What about them does pile number one's person feel drawn to? Okay, we have the Lovers. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Princess of Wands. I'm not surprised to see in the world. Oh my gosh, yes. If this doesn't cover the energy that we're talking about, because the World card for me, it can be about endings, but for me, it's also a card of realizing all of the potential that's out there. And it's like having a big goal, like a big dream. So this person is super drawn to the fact that you dream big and you're not afraid to start a new journey. The Princess of Wands is an adventurer, it's an explorer energy, and for me, it can represent starting new paths. I'm also getting The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, the poem. That could be significant, but with the World here, it's like the world is your oyster, is what I'm hearing. All right, what else? What is pile number one? Why is pile number one's person drawn to them? The Magician, yeah, for sure. We have the Ten of Wands, and then we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Three of Swords at the back of the deck. Okay. So with the Lovers coming out, this could be, I feel like your person is drawn to the fact that when you make choices in your life, it comes from love, not fear. So even though you may have, with the Nine of Wands, this is like the spiritual warrior or an indication that someone has been through a lot, or they have every reason to give up, is kind of what I'm getting at the Nine of Wands. Or it's a moment where you have to keep pushing and not give up on your dreams, not give up on your manifestations, and just trust that it's worth the burden. It's worth carrying that weight for whatever inspires you. And with the Lovers, I feel like it's just this being drawn to who you are and the way that you move in the world and the way that you make your choices. And with the Magician here, this person is drawn to your creativity. It's like a Mercury energy here. It's like they're drawn to the fact that you feel confident to create in the world, or you feel inspired. It's like you take action is what I'm getting also with the Magician. It's like you do what you can with what you have. And what it works out because you're making decisions based on what inspires you. You make decisions based on love, not fear, essentially. So I feel like there's this energy of, should I make this decision? Why am I not making this decision? Is it because I'm afraid? And if that's the case, I feel like they admire that you don't let that stop you. And then with the Nine of Cups here, I'm seeing that this person admires just how much you will keep pushing and go through in order to follow your dreams, in order to find your emotional satisfaction, in order to follow what lights your heart up and what makes you happy, right? The Nine of Cups for me is about, what's your biggest wish? Like, what is your dream? What would make you truly happy? And I think a lot of us are subconsciously or even consciously afraid that we can't have what we want, or that we can't go after what we want, because of the illusion of, stuckness, or just like things feel very rigid within form in the 3D. It's like, it's very, there's an illusion that things are set in stone, or that they're heavy. And this person is drawn to the fact that you don't let that stop you. And even if it does even if it does become a burden, you're still going to reach your goal as well. And with the world, it's like, you don't give up. Also, the Nine of Wands is about perseverance and not giving up. Yeah. This person with the Lovers here, this is also Gemini energy. So a lot of air energy, you guys, coming through. Some fire here as well. So we have Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Aries for sure. Sagittarius as well. I don't know. All fire signs calling them in. With the Lovers here, they appreciate, also they're drawn to the fact that what you want to create in the world, or like what inspires you, is in harmony. Like you seek harmony. And so what I'm being told to say is, it's not like you just want to create chaos with change, or you want to destroy structures that are actually helpful. It's more that you want to manifest your intent. They're drawn to your intention behind your actions, and your intention is fulfillment and harmony and love, and not just for yourself, but for others. And so you're not afraid to persevere and break down whatever is between you and that. And so that's why you're on that journey. It's not because you enjoy necessarily the process, because the process is hard with the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands and the Three of Swords. I want to clarify the Three of Swords though. Why is the Three of Swords here? We have the Seven of Cups. Can we get one more? Oh, I'm getting, yeah. Okay, so I'm getting here that they're drawn to the fact that you're not afraid to take a risk, or go out of your comfort zone, risk your heart almost, or be vulnerable, with strength here too. It's like they're drawn to the fact that, number one, even though you've been hurt, you still don't stay in your comfort zone, and you still keep fighting through fears that maybe have come from past hurt, past loss, past betrayal. But they're just drawn to the fact that, again, it's that idea of, you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Like, it could go wrong, and it probably has gone wrong before, but that doesn't mean you stop trying. And that's what this person is very drawn to. Yeah, we have the Sun and the Chariot. Yeah, the Chariot for sure is just like staying balanced and moving forward and moving towards what makes you happy, regardless of the journey. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to take it into the extended, where we're going to be looking at how your person feels. We're going to channel a message from them. I'll go into first person for that, and then we'll be getting some guidance for you on the connection. If you're interested, I'll have it linked down below. But other than that, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate having you. And if you found this helpful or interesting, I do appreciate if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment. I appreciate your guys' feedback. And if you want to see more readings from this channel, I would love for you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see when I'm posting. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a good week, a good day, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the Zeke's Arcana Tarot and this rose quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading, where we're looking at why this person is attracted to you, why they're magnetized towards you, or why they're drawn to you. So I guess those are all synonyms, but that's what I'm getting at here. So we are going to have an extended reading where we're going to be looking at this person's feelings for you. We'll be channeling a message in first person. So I'll be speaking as if I was your person, and then we'll be getting you some guidance on the connection. So if you guys are more interested in those topics, I'll have it linked underneath the timestamps. So I've pre-pulled some oracle cards for you guys. So we're going to start off with the oracle and then we'll clarify with tarot. I also love this deck so much, but I'm going to have to cover up so much in this deck because there's a lot of inappropriate for YouTube graphics. Okay, so we have agape. We have blood. We have lizard. Contract, and then we have the second house with the Two of Pentacles, owning, and we also have the star with Aquarius and I know. Okay, I'll get a sip of water and then we'll get into it. Your person feels drawn to you for a lot of reasons and diverse reasons, but the overall message I'm getting is that they really admire or feel drawn to the way that you balance out your more spiritual or ethereal self. So it's almost like this person, they view you in alignment, and I'm getting that with the agape and like all of these different like flames. I'm seeing this as an aligned chakra system. So this person is very amazed by your alignment essentially, and that's what the Two of Pentacles here is, that they honestly are mind blown at how embodied you are, because the blood card is all about reverence for the body and the physical vessel, and agape also accentuates the understanding that what is heavenly is also material or physical, what is physical is also heavenly. And so that's also, this is at the back of the deck, the buffalo, like that's also the message of the buffalo. And while I'm at it, we also have the stone here at the back of this deck, and so this is about staying grounded and balancing out your more, what can't be seen, what can't be felt, like the feminine energy with the masculine. And so the masculine for me represents the physical and taking action, the physical. And I feel like it's the like high priestess is the third eye chakra, and it's more devotional, loving, unconditional love. I feel like the female brings that aspect, seeing that we're all one, right? And so agape is this feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm getting this message that this person just feels like you are like this embodied version of this sense of wholeness in the universe. So it's like they feel this sense of unconditional love that they've maybe felt in other moments. Like they maybe have had certain experiences where they felt in touch with this agape energy. And it's just this sense of wholeness, this sense of like love that we just get glimpses of. And it could just be when you're a random moment, when you're looking out at the ocean, or if you're amongst trees, or just through a random act of kindness, you might feel that energy. This person feels like they constantly feel that energy around you, or that you are a living, walking person that radiates this energy of unconditional love and support and service. There's a lot here about service as well. So this person just feels very touched and enamored by how beautifully you embody the spiritual and the physical. Like there isn't, there's like a really great balance between the two. This person also may enjoy like what you do for a living. This person feels like you really live your values. There's a lot here about like a lot of people can talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. This person, like, they're drawn to you because you walk the walk so incredibly. So you speak about unconditional love, like you do that, but then you also live by that. And so they're just very, very attracted to this balance, and they're very drawn, they're impressed by it. And so they love that you are a person that has a lot of values to you. Also with contract here, I feel like this person is drawn to you because you guys have a soul contract. I feel like this could be a soulmate. They just feel like this is fated, or there is something about this that is like bound in a way. So, but not in a bad way, in a way that's like destined to happen. Like there's a magnetism because I feel like each of your souls agreed before this lifetime to come and work together. And if they feel like they have something to fulfill with you, they feel like there's some sort of something you guys are supposed to do. And the affirmation for this card talks about like, I am a being that is attracting relationships that are mutually beneficial and committed to. So there's this sense of like commitment. They feel attracted to how you're committed as a person. Like they feel like you're very reliable and you would hold up your end of a contract, if that makes sense. It's like they feel like they can trust you. They feel like you're something tangible that they can hold on to. And whereas they maybe have only had moments with others that have been brief, where they feel this sense of deep love with that person, they almost feel like that's something they can rely on with you. They feel like you have this consistency where you show up. It's like it's like your job. Maybe it is literally your job, but they feel like it's just a part of your identity, and they are very, very drawn to that. We also have the lizard here. And so this person, there's also this side to you that is very eccentric or out of the box, maybe even weird, but they love that you. So this is what I was getting. I was getting this like analogy where, or a moment, I've just seen this before, but I don't even know where, but when people want to kind of break us out of dogmatic, like, or I don't even know if dogma is the right word, but it's like we all have a preconceived notion of like what we think God is, right? Like we think of like an old man, with a staff or something, like a wizard. I don't know. We imagine just like this old man. And so I feel like I've seen it where God is portrayed as like someone that you just wouldn't expect. And this also has a feeling of like guru, like this person has a guru energy to them where it's like, but anyways, let me finish what I was just saying. So it's like when this person, you have that energy. So it's like I'm almost imagining God as a girl with a lot of piercings and a tattoo and like something that's just super unconventional. And the point of it is to call out our like biases and our limited thinking, or like we just assume certain things, and we have like a stereotypical, we have like a prototype in our mind for a lot of things, but this person is like unexpectedly, it's not even unexpected, it's just has this element to it where what is different, what is odd is somehow like so divine. Like it's not somehow, but it is just so divine. And so it kind of breaks barriers for yourself by knowing this person. But moving on from like this person, it's you. So you do that. You're like that. And with the guru, I've like heard this message about how gurus will sometimes appear as like homeless people or just the least expected character because they're there to teach a lesson about like the need to treat everyone equally, or like that no one person based on their physical form or what they have, what they look like, it is, that shouldn't change how you treat them essentially. And you never know what value you can get from someone. And so there's a lot here about they feel like drawn to you because you undo prejudice and you crack into, it's like you would be you're clever, and there's this sense of you being able to call out, I'm trying to find the right word for it, call out biases in people. Like, you're able to kind of call people on their stuff, but it's not in a way that's like mean, it's in a way that's meant to help them. And so with the star here in Aquarius, I definitely feel Aquarius energy fits this really well. They feel like they're drawn to you because they just like that. It's like you're what's the word for it? You're of this world, but you're not from it or something. This person just feels like you truly, they feel like you're not like anyone that they've met before. So they just feel like you're so unique. And this person also might feel different and unique. And so they might, even though you guys don't have to be the same, they may just feel like they kind of look up to you, or that they resonate. Like, they resonate with you and who you are and your vibration and what your purpose is. And they just like how forward thinking you are. They like that you push the box. They're very drawn to how you're very grounded and stable with the Two of Pentacles. Like, you know how to live in the physical reality. That might be something this person struggles with, but I think this person is used to people who have who do well in the physical, who might be stable, or they move about the world easily. They may associate that with those kinds of people being closed-minded or pretentious, or just even they've never seen it so well balanced, with this modesty and this broad wisdom that you have, and this artistic. It's like you guys are left and right brained. It's like you guys can go either way, is how I feel. And it's like an anomaly. They feel like you're an anomaly, or a paradox. They feel like you're paradoxical, which is cool, which is godly, in my opinion. Yeah. And so with the lizard here, this person is drawn to your sensitivity. So this person feels like you're someone it's funny, this person feels like you're someone who's very sensitive and can be really soft maybe, or really loving, but at the same time they like how you have all these they like that you are a very nuanced and complex person. So there was something coming through also about you being stubborn and very sure of your self. They like how you're so sure of yourself and you're so confident, and you won't budge on your values. You won't budge on, you don't care what someone else thinks about you. And they find that nature attractive, or they're just drawn into that assertiveness and that sense of stubbornness in a way, and not bending for other people. But then they're also, but they're not bothered, or if someone's overly stubborn, obviously that can be problematic, but I feel like this person also sees you as very diplomatic. So it's there's certain things you won't negotiate on, but I feel like those things are things that you shouldn't negotiate on. You should never negotiate on yourself and who you are authentically. But I feel, so this person admires that you're like that. And so it's your values are your values. And I feel like you're the kind of person that can listen to other people's values and not belittle them if you don't agree, but you also aren't gonna change your values. You can listen to someone else and not feel threatened in a way. And you might even you might enjoy learning about different viewpoints. I feel like you're able to handle that. Yeah, there's just a lot of duality to you, or there's a wholeness to you, actually. So it's you're this and that. You don't feel the need to have such a strong identity of who you are. I feel like a lot of us can, let's say we're trying to say who we are, we could be we'll probably try to say, I'm nice, for example. Let's say someone's saying I'm nice, but that isn't really the truth, because there's times when we're nice and there's times when we aren't nice, you know? And so it's like this person doesn't feel like they have to be nice all the time because they said that they're nice. You know, there's this energy of fluidity and there's a freedom. Oh yeah, also this person's very drawn to how free you are, like how much you fight for freedom, free to be whatever you want to be, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it ruffles some feathers. And I feel like this person is drawn to this because they have a similar, like, this person maybe wants to embody this more within themselves. But there's just this energy of feeling like they've never met anyone like you, and that's a huge part of it. And honestly, I feel like that's a reflection of your authenticity, because it's almost like, what does it mean to feel like you've met someone like another person? It's like, okay, let's say two people have a similar ego, but in truth, we're all so unique, and we are all one of a kind. But I feel like we can only see that in other people if they're being authentic, because I feel like when we're trying to be cookie cutter or we're trying to fit in, then we're all the same. And so there's just this energy of authenticity with you that they feel drawn to embody. So like it's not like they want to be exactly like you, but they could learn something from you. All right, let's get into tarot now. All right, so for pile number 2, what why is their person feeling drawn to them? Why does pile number 2's person feel drawn to them? All right, we have the 7 of Pentacles. I'm hearing persistence and patience. All right, there's nothing here. We have the World. We have the 3 of Wands. Why does pile number 2's person feel drawn to them? I'm hearing it's like they want more for themselves, and they feel like you embody that. Like, let me just see if there's anything. We have the Chariot as well. Yeah, again, so it's coming through like the 7 of Wands here is very much your energy, because it's not like you're defensive. It's just that you don't let anyone knock you off your pedestal. It's like you don't let other people get in your head or cause you to lower down to their level. Like you stay on your own level. So if a person wants to interact with you, they need to come to your level. Like you're not going to level yourself down for other people. What causes pile number 2's person to be drawn to them? Okay, we have the Page of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups and the Patron. And then at the back of the deck, we have Justice. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see Justice here. A huge thing that this person is drawn to is how balanced you are, but also how you're very fair. It's like, because you can see both, they like how you can see both sides of a situation. You're very good with nuance and complexity, and you're also very fair. So they just feel like you're a very reliable narrator. Like this person feels like they really trust you, and they trust your opinion or your viewpoint, because they know it isn't coming from a place of ego or like a manipulative place. Like they just feel like you're very honest. Okay, with the Patron here, I feel like this person, there may be some kind of a connection with, what's it called, like work or your purpose. So again, it's coming through that there may be like a shared purpose here, but with the Patron, it's like there's a contract. So I feel like maybe this person feels like they're going to support you in some way on your mission, is what I'm feeling. It's like they want to support you. They want to be like a patron to you. They want to back your ideas. They're like I was going to say like fan, but they want to support your endeavors, essentially. They feel they like how you move with your heart. They like how, because of the way you move in life, they really like that. They want to support all of your endeavors. You also inspire a lot of love in this person. A lot of open-heartedness is what I'm getting as well. We'll go into their feelings in the extended, but I feel like this person feels like you have, another juxtaposition is coming through. They like that you can be maybe playful or like funny or just like more childlike, but you also can have this like Saturnian energy to you where you're very like serious and goal oriented. I want to clarify a couple though. They like how you're the kind of person who commits to things and sees things through, but you're also always staying conscious of if things are serving you or not. All right, why is the 3 of Wands here? The 2 of Wands. I'm just getting this message that this person feels like they really have a lot of feelings for you and want to, you just inspire a sense of romantic feelings in this person. Like, that's what I'm getting, is like, I don't even know if I could put an explanation on that besides like chemistry. Like, they just feel like there's a lot of chemistry and they can't help but feel drawn to you from their like emotional standpoint or romantic. Because like with the Knight of Cups here, that's a very romantic character. It's like a magnet. You just magnetize them naturally. It's like you just draw out these feelings in them. Yeah, the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands is about wanting to progress things forward. They may also just appreciate the way that you're very forward thinking, that you want to make the harder decision. You want to do what hasn't been done before. You aren't afraid to follow your heart. They may feel like you're very accomplished as well with the World here. They might be drawn to that. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here? Okay, yeah, I'm getting this. I have to censor this, but I'm getting the message. Okay, they admire... Okay, let me just get it down. They admire how you're willing to walk away. You're always going to stick to your values. So there's this person's drawn to you because if a situation is like in this devil energy, like, so some people, this is what I'm getting, is some people will stay in a situation that they're not benefiting from or that doesn't serve them because they feel tied to that person or like codependent, or even not even a person, but like a job or anything else. It's like you won't settle for less. You won't settle for something that you know isn't good for you. And you have this sense of victory to you. Like nothing is going to knock you off your path. And you just have this sense of sureness about you, right? Like you're not tempted by this devil energy is what I'm getting. Like you're not, if you don't think something aligns with your values, like you're not going to do it. You have a strong will, and yeah, just like you have a strong sense of self and a strong willpower, and they love that. They're very drawn to it. Let's see why is the Page of Cups here? All right, we have the Hierophant. So they may be drawn to you because you may help children, or you may be someone that they're very drawn to how you bring the heavenly realm to the physical. Like they feel like you bring a lot of wisdom in, and they like that. They almost feel like you're going to make the generation next better. Like they like how you have a desire to impact the youth maybe, or change systems, that you want to leave an imprint in this life. Like you want to, you want to make sure that the structures in life are supportive of people and that they aren't holding them back. And I feel like there's something coming through about like children. So I don't know, you could have a child, there could be a significant child in your life, but they just feel like you're very wise and you give really good advice and you're able to help a lot of people. Why is the Knight of Cups here? I just want to clarify it. All right, so we do have the Lovers here. Yeah, I'm not even going to put it down, you guys, just because I don't even want to have to censor it. But, and the Knight of Coins. This person feels like you're consistently moving with your heart, essentially. We have the Lovers and the Knight of Coins. So it's like you won't move on something unless you feel like it's right for you. Like you have a good intuition and you have a sense of what aligns with you and what doesn't. And yeah, you'll wait. With the Three of Wands, they appreciate that you'll be patient if something is... You're willing to put in slow, incremental progress to something. Like you're reliable in that sense. Or you're dedicated is what I'm getting. You're very dedicated. You're very headstrong. You don't give up. If it matters to your heart, you'll wait for... Like you trust that it's coming in. Because the Three of Wands is also a card where you almost have faith that your reward is coming, or you have faith that the plans you've set in place are going to work out. They feel like you don't panic and you just trust that you're guided in the right direction when your heart cares for something. And yeah, with the Knight of Coins, you'll be persistent and you don't care how much progress you make on something. You're not impatient is what I'm getting. Like you don't give up. You're not reckless, or you're not just like going to make a flash decision out of nowhere without like understanding what you're doing. Yeah, so that's what I have for you guys, pile number 2. I'm going to take this into the extended now. We're going to be looking at how your person feels about you. We're going to be getting a channeled message from them. And then we're also going to be getting you advice for this connection. So that's what I have for you guys. If it was helpful, I do appreciate if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment. Your feedback really helps me. And if you want to see more readings from this channel, I would love for you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I post. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a great day so far, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the citrine point with the Prism Tarot, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at why this person feels drawn to you. So what is it about you? What sort of synergy do you guys have where this person feels magnetized towards you? So we're going to start off with some oracle cards. Let me just get this in the right spot. Before we get into it, I do want to give you a heads up that there will be an extended reading where we're looking at this person's honest thoughts and feelings for you. We're going to be channeling a message in first person where I'll be speaking as your person, and then we'll get you some closing advice on the connection. So that's just for those of you that feel like this really resonates and you want to dig deeper into this energy. All right, so let's start with the oracle cards. So we have the Self, we have Thanatos, and a couple of songs were coming through as I was pulling these cards. And they're really beautiful. This is a really, it's not to say that this connection I think has been easy, but might be different for everyone. I'm just getting that you've had a profound effect on this person, and the effect you've had on them is really beautiful. And so the songs that came through, and this is actually literally my favorite song of all time. I've never channeled it before, so I was really excited. Is If You Want to Sing Out by Cat Stevens. And it goes, if you want to sing out, sing out. But it's essentially a song that's about like realizing that you can be any person that you want to be, and there aren't these limitations or hard constraints on who you are. You know, there's always more to discover in yourself, and you're always transforming, essentially. So we also have the Alchemical Wedding. Another song that was coming through is the song that says, whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am free again. And then it says like young again, then it also says you make me feel clean or something. And then no matter how far away, I will always love you. We also have Alchemical Wedding here. We have the Sun. We have Rest and Rejuvenate. And we have the Panther. So you guys could have fire energy. You guys could have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Definitely do not have to, but especially Aries with like the sun and the self here, because that rules over the first house. You get a sip of water and then we'll get into it. Okay. So this person feels drawn to your energy, and I'll put this into two situations. It depends on how far along you are with this person, but this person is drawn to your energy for the same reason. For a lot of you, I think this is someone that has learned a really strong lesson through knowing you. And with the self here in Thanatos represents death. And so immediately I saw like ego death here. And with the Panther here, this is all about purging the unnecessary, no matter in what way it happens. And even though this is a fire sign, for me, it's a more like feminine energy of rebirth. And so I feel like with the sun here as well and the self, I just want to say the song makes so much sense. This person feels so drawn to you because I feel like you've taught them a lesson around, you may have caused an ego death in this person's life, is what I'm getting. You've either caused an ego death in this person's life. I think that's the case because I think you have demonstrated transformation, and I feel like this person maybe has seen you go through go into the underworld and go through maybe a dark time period where things didn't look so good. Things might have been very heavy, but this person has seen you emerge in this very light energy, in this energy that's completely reborn and more authentic. And so I feel like you may have even triggered this person. It's going to be different for everyone, but I'm just getting the main thing. They are drawn to you because you teach them this lesson that you're not who you think you are. And I feel like this is someone who maybe was very attached to ego and maybe very set in who they thought that they were. And they maybe had been acting out of alignment with their soul because of such a strong ego attachment. And I feel like this would have been the kind of person that didn't really slow down very much didn't feel like they could slow down. There's this energy of like go, 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 or like, I'm hearing don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. But anyways, I feel like there was an overly masculine energy to this person where who they were wasn't this pure sun energy because they weren't really expressing their unique self. I feel like this person lived in a very black and white world. And so I'm seeing black and white and then like these snakes. And these snakes for me can represent like Kundalini or transformation or shedding of the skin, right? Transformation. So we have the self here with all of this rainbow. And I thought it's interesting that you guys picked this deck because it has all these different colors. Because I feel like that's a part of what this person is drawn to you for. I'm hearing you taught this person a thing or two, or you've really inspired this person. But I don't think it was easy with the Panther here. I don't think this was super harmonious, but I'm just getting this sense that, let me just finish what I was saying, is that this person is drawn to you because you showed them the spectrum of reality. I think this person really lived in this way where they felt like they wanted to categorize everything, or they wanted to it was this or that, you know, and like when they met people too, maybe they put them in a category. And so this could have been someone who, this doesn't have to be the case. I'm just throwing out some scenarios. So take what resonates if it doesn't, but I just want to like say this is, I feel like maybe this person underestimated who you were or didn't see the full nuance of who you were as a person. And either you emerged completely in a way that they didn't expect, and that's something that caused an ego death, that triggered them. Or this could be someone that you've inspired. So I feel like it could be either one, or maybe this is, it could be someone that you just inspired by being your authentic self. But either way, there's this sense that them being drawn to you is triggering for them. I think you trigger this person, or you have triggered this person. I think this person has tried to live in a very masculine energy where they don't spend time reflecting enough. It's almost like they take shortcuts. And so it's like this. It's like, imagine that obviously there's all this duality in the world. So it's like this person sees themselves, let's say that they identify as being a strong person, right? So the sun energy isn't necessarily, it is the sun and then there is shadow, but like there's a need to understand the sun and the moon, or light and shadow. Light isn't necessarily positive. It's just what you do express and what you do see, right? And the shadow is something you don't see, but it can be just as a part of you. And so I feel like sometimes people's sun energy can be not super pure or not really at its most vibrant, because while they may have certain traits that they represent with their, like, as the sun, or like what they show, what they accept in themselves, I feel like you taught this person a lesson that light and shadow doesn't mean good and bad. And I feel like this person was always in this process of like, this is good and this is bad. And so they always wanted to be strong, or they always wanted to be like, if I'm not working, then I'm lazy. It's like, there's no nuance. It's not like this and that can be true. So it's not that because it's like, I can be a hardworking person, but I can also take a break. Like those two things can coexist. And so I feel like this person just had a lot of traits within their shadow that they wouldn't allow themselves to embrace, is what I'm getting. They wouldn't even let themselves see it. They wouldn't accept certain parts of themselves, is what I'm getting. And because of that, they didn't accept certain parts of other people, and they may have even judged other people for that. But I feel like the self here is a realization that all of us, that the ego isn't even real, essentially. So it's like, you can identify like that, and you can be disintegrated and identify with certain traits, but it doesn't mean that that's actually true. It doesn't mean that you don't have this full spectrum to you. And any person at any time can be anything. You know what I mean? It's like, no one has, you're always transforming, and you're always, it's like when you get too stuck on seeing yourself in a certain way, it creates a lot of difficulty in your life, because when you go through experiences that show you a different part of yourself that isn't in a set of ideas that you are okay with for yourself, you will experience a lot of resistance and a lot of repression. And that is what I think you've kind of taught this person, or you've showed them. And it could be that you triggered them by you being nuanced, you being hard to put in a box. Maybe that was something that was uncomfortable for this person. But it's also what drew them to you, because I think their soul needed to learn this lesson. And I think what this person is drawn to you, because this lesson also involves realizing that while the process of alchemy and integrating our light and shadow is difficult and uncomfortable, there is beauty that emerges from it. There is lightness, and the sun comes out. And I'm hearing the sun will come out tomorrow. And so, yeah, it's like you showed them the truth, is kind of what I'm getting. You proved, you walked a path, or you proved to this person that the way that they were currently seeing the world was not in truth. And so with rest and rejuvenation and Thanatos, I just feel like this person is drawn to you because their soul needed to learn a lesson from you. They needed to learn that running around like a chicken with their head chopped off running away from their shadow, running away from things that they don't want to look at. It feels like this person was doing backflips, mental gymnastics to not see the truth about themselves and other people. And I feel like Spirit, there was like a tie to you here where they're meant to learn what it truly means to embody sun energy. And I feel like this is someone who would have thought that they were very confident, or would have thought that they're very strong, but the truth is they run so much from everything, and they're terrified of themselves. They're terrified of the fact that they can't just the ego isn't real. Like that's what they're drawn to you, because they needed to have an ego death. Yeah, so let's get some tarot to clarify. And I just think you disrupted a lot of rigid thinking that this person had. They were drawn to you because on a soul level, they needed to learn from you. That's essentially the answer. And I think in the end, you have really inspired them. And I think they're drawn to you because, and it could even be that for some of you, they could have gone through this process and they may be realizing the truth, right? They might be realizing the error of their ways, and they might be seeing you now on a pedestal, or they might be seeing, they're seeing the real you. And that might be why they're drawn to you, is because they're grateful. Like, and I don't know, for some of you, it might be different, but I'm just getting that where this energy is headed. So you guys could be anywhere in this journey, but I'm seeing a storyline where you were meant to trigger this person so they could go through an ego death, so they could learn about the self behind the self, like, so they could learn that, so they could understand that the ego, they needed to understand you represent a spiritual awakening for them and an ego death. And so I think this person right now would always be drawn to you, even if they're repelled by you sometimes, is either they're in the process of being triggered, either they haven't been triggered yet and they're drawn to you because they're going to be triggered. They've already been triggered, or they're in the process of coming out of that and realizing what they didn't see before, and that is magnetizing them to you. They could no longer be running away from, it's possible that they're now seeing you as an inspiration, or they even could want to learn from you, or it's like they may be coveting your information. But let's get some more. We'll get tarot. I just see a lot of different scenarios for this group. And just because of that song that was like, no matter how far away, I will always love you. Like, this person could be realizing their love for you, or realizing just how important of a soul you were to them, and just how much they even owe you, in a sense. Oh my gosh, let me fix these. It's also possible that they might have, with the Panther here, yeah, it could. So again, I feel like your role in this person's life was meant to cause some chaos for them. Like, you were meant to cause some chaos so they could no longer be comfortable. And they might have resented you for that or blamed you for it. But it's like 100%, you were in the higher vibration here. So, okay. Why is pile number 3's person drawn to them? We have Temperance. Just breathe. Yeah, that's that rest and rejuvenate. It's alchemy, right? So this person is drawn to you because you're an alchemist, and they didn't understand that before. They didn't understand the value of relying on temperance, relying on your inner, balancing your polarities to create something new. Like, that's the alchemical wedding as well, as like temperance. It reminds me of that, because it's like you're mixing two different sides, and you're doing it to create something new. And so it creates this kind of energetic balance within. They're drawn to you because you know this lesson, or they're drawn to you because you have it's like The Secret. I'm kind of seeing like that book, you know, the book The Secret. You kind of represent that to this person. You know how and I know I felt like this. I remember when I was a kid and I read The Secret and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is going to change my life. This is crazy information. Like, what is this? Or even like Power of Now for me. Like certain books where it's like, this person knows something that is going to help me. And I don't know it yet, but I know that it is going to change my life. It's kind of like that. It's like a framework that you have that this person is needing or is drawn to because their soul is ready for that. Why is pile number 3's person drawn to them? We have the King of Wands, leadership. Yeah. And so this person, the sun is also about leadership. And so I feel like this person actually looks up to you. We have the 5 of Cups. Why is pile number 3's person drawn to them? We have the 2 of Cups. We have Death. Yeah, again, seriously, an ego death. I feel like this person's also drawn to you because you've taught them a lot about death. Like, you've taught them about what it means to truly be a leader, what it means to truly stand. You're meant to teach that to them, or you've already taught to them. It's like you are... I just heard you are a cinema. This song has been coming a lot through the piles, but I'm seeing here that, yeah, like let go, like with this rest and rejuvenate, like you've caused a death to them around what they viewed as good, powerful, strong. It's almost like they maybe thought that they already were that, but now they're realizing that they have a lot to learn. Okay. And I just heard the Avatar: The Last Airbender intro. And so he has a lot to learn, but I believe Aang can change the world. And so I'm getting here, it's like thinking about how Aang, when Katara and, oh my gosh, how am I forgetting the brother's name? Anyways, the 2 characters that found the Avatar, when they found him, he hadn't mastered his 4 elements, but the people saw within him that I believe he can change the world. I saw, like, this person kicks themselves for maybe not seeing your power or not seeing, like, you're the Avatar. It's like if Katara, dude, why can't I think of the brother's name? I'm hearing Zuko, but obviously not Zuko. Okay, I'm not gonna dwell on that, but it's like if they saw the Avatar and were like, who's this little kid? They don't know anything. And like, imagine if they felt superior to Aang when he's literally the Avatar. That's the vibe of this. Like, oof. Okay. Okay, so for pile number 3, why is this person, why is pile number 3's person drawn to them? Ace of Swords. And then we have the Magician, yeah. The Magician, literally, like creation. So because you've created so much clarity around the power of transformation, letting go, and alchemy, it's like you've taught this person that, it's like, I heard this phrase when I was pulling the cards, but it's life beyond death, you know? I think this person lived their life terrified of change, terrified of loss, and it's like they clung on to things for their dear life, and they realized that actually inhibited their ability to achieve and manifest. Like, maybe this person just had a very linear way of thinking about things, and they thought for sure that would bring them success, but I feel like this person is drawn to you because they've had some kind of an epiphany about true leadership, true power. Like, this person sees you as so powerful. And also, I love that this rest and rejuvenation is here because I'm thinking about Aang and how Aang, like, goes into the spirit world, and, like, that's where he draws a lot of his power a lot of the times, is, like, through that spirituality aspect. And when he goes into meditation, you can go in the spirit world. Yeah, I'm getting like literally like, okay, this is what I'm seeing here. I feel like we have Lord Ozai. If you guys haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's like Aang is the protagonist, and Lord Zuko is the antagonist, and he wants to control the entire world. And this is, okay, here, you guys, I'm literally seeing the ending battle scene where it's Lord Ozai, who's like the most powerful firebender, who uses force, uses control, like has just one way of seeing things, like doesn't focus on balance and harmony. It's like they're very fixed in their way. And when they finally go to battle Aang, it's like he was so sure that he was going to beat Aang, and he was always trying to search for the Avatar so he could beat him. But literally, Aang just took all of his power away, because even though he was younger, or he was a kid, it's like he was the Avatar. He was the magician. He was in this process of alchemy and bring himself into balance. And it's just like this lesson of like force isn't always the answer. And like I love, and in the end, Aang doesn't even kill him. He just takes away his bending, and he does that through this like super spiritual like connection. And so I just feel like this person has and so this Aang obviously humbled the crap out of Lord Ozai. And so I feel like this is what I'm seeing here. Through maybe losing you as well. I feel like this person maybe lost you. Through letting go, they've learned so much is what I'm getting. Yeah. Let me clarify certain things. I feel like this person owes you an apology for sure. Two of Cups. What is this person even? This person may like still hope that there's a chance. Maybe there is. I don't know. Why is the Two of Cups here? Apprentice of Clouds, Ambition. Yeah. So this person maybe wants to come back or something. They may feel like you're their person. They may be drawn to you right now because they feel like I'm just dying at the thought, imagining like Lord Ozai trying to become friends with Aang. But yeah, I think this person may be trying to, it's like they're having a realization about the connection. They're realizing just how much they would want a partnership with you. I don't know if this person will actually come forward, but it's like they're having an epiphany. The reason why they're drawn to you is they're realizing your power. They're realizing your worth. Why is Five of Cups here? We have the Fool. Yeah, so I'm getting here, it's like this person's just realizing how sometimes it's worth it to let go of what's no longer needed. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles. Sometimes what you taught this person is such an important lesson, because it's like you've taught them that sometimes starting over or letting yourself, like admitting to yourself that the path that you've been on isn't right for you, and just going through that ego death, like, is so much more efficient and powerful than just pushing forward. Like that, it's like if you never free up energy. It like drains your energy to do that is what I'm getting. And so it's like this person was just missing an understanding of energy, and like they didn't understand how to be successful and like what success meant to them. And so I just think, yeah, I think you just really floored this person. Yeah, and they're realizing that they've been in a state of lack, that they've actually been the person in the state of lack, and they maybe judged your energy at some point too. But anyways, in the Empress underneath. Yeah, so we're going to take this in the extended. We're going to see what this person's current thoughts and feelings are for you. We're going to channel a message from them. And then we are going to get some advice for you on the connection. So if you want to see that, I'll have it linked down below. Other than that, if you guys found this reading helpful, I would greatly appreciate if you're able to hit the like button, to leave a comment. I appreciate your guys' feedback so much. So thank you for everyone who does take the time to leave a comment. I do read them. So if you guys want to see more readings from this channel, I would love for you guys to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're able to know when I post a new pick a card reading. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a great day so far, and I hope to connect with you again sometime soon.